might want to get involved? Was that a thumbs up? That's a thumbs up, yeah. So, no pressure, no pressure. Anyway, so moving along then to the more familiar ones. And this one is, the first one, of course, is Feed a Friend, which really is one of the two primary events that gave birth most recently. And I look at Feed a Friend and Rhody Outpost. And just a quick update on Rhody Outpost. You heard me say that we are now hosting Rhody Outpost, so it's still in our building, but we are not responsible for the management, for the food collection, or the distribution. It is being run currently under the academic portion of the organization on campus, and it's being transitioned to be under the Dean for Students. That side hasn't quite happened yet because there's a new dean coming in, but so we are still hosts. And that is an exciting thing, that we can identify a need on campus, address that need, and transition it to those who can take care of that in a much more efficient and sustainable way. And so, and as an aside to that, the bishop asked me to write an article that he hopes to get to the national level about the success of Rhody Outpost and its transition to the university. So that's in the works. But the other one, of course, is Feed a Friend. And so one of the ways to make this more sustainable is to have individuals responsible for each of the Feed a Friend meals under the direction of a leader, which is Coordinator Carol Miro. But we're looking for somebody who can say, I will take September and I will be the one that organizes the food, getting the people to do what has to be done. I will organize people to set up, people to clean up, etc. Okay, so this is going to be passed around for people who might be interested in working with Carol, so that she is not the person every time doing it each time, because that is not sustainable over the long duration. So we'll have a coordinator and then team leaders. And the dates have already been established for the whole year, as well as the theme. We have our cards printed and ready to go on the campus. So I'll pass that around. The next one is we need additional funds for campus ministry. And so some of the ways that we can do fundraising is with Thrivent action teams. And how many people know about Thrivent and what it is? Okay, others don't. Let me just say this. It's a way for us to get free money. Sounds good, right? Free, F-R-E-E. There is a way for us to get $250 per person that is sitting here. And we are going to try to host Thrivent coming here so people can learn about that and what you have to do that. But let me just say, and that's one of my sign-up sheets, but I have a $250 Thrivent card that I'm going to activate for what I'm calling move-in bag lunches. Okay? In order to raise money, Thrivent will give me $250 that I can give to the parish to buy supplies to raise money. Okay? Thrivent is a financial group that has a focus on nonprofit religious organizations only, I'm not sure, but definitely religious organizations, and they've given out millions of dollars already. Okay? So they give us $250, I buy food or somebody buy food, we make money off of that $250. So they're trying to enable ministry happening and outreach happening. So my thought was, move-in day is big. We buy $250 worth of food, we put them in brown paper bags, we make a sandwich, a piece of fruit, a bag of chips, a bottle of water.
And a cookie.
And a cookie, and a dessert, right. Goes in a brown bag and we sell it for $7, $8, right? And we're parked out here on campus, right, with the big sign, and mom and dad dropping off Junior, you know, on freshman move-in day. Oh my gosh, you know, I can get lunch for $7 for everybody. They drive by and they buy a bag lunch. I'm also trying, and I'm looking for somebody who will be the coordinator of that event. That would buy the food, organize, you know, so one leader and 7 people who would volunteer to help buy the food and put it together. I can get the $250. So that one I am sending around. And I think that with I don't know how much $250, Rob might know better. I'm thinking we could sell 100, make 100 bags for $250, easy?
75, depends what you get for lunch, for
Yeah.
sandwich, yeah.
Well, let's just say we make 100 bags, and that means we just raised $700 with free money. So that's what Thrivent can do for us. But I'm going to pass that one around. I don't have enough. Okay. We also have our to-go ministries, and Nancy Brown heads up the to-go ministries for us. To-go ministries are where we go out on campus. We have Ashes to Go. We will have an Apples to Go in the fall. All of our to-go ministries. We do Hot Cross Buns to Go, Smarties to Go. Somebody else mentioned a new to-go ministry, and I don't remember what it was anymore. They came up with another idea. But people who are interested, if there's anybody who wants to work with Carol Brown on that, in terms of organizing it, Nancy Brown. Nancy Brown. Carol Brown is over in Connecticut. Anyway, can you send that around in that direction? Okay. Judy Betty and the Graduate Student Village. We have discovered all kinds of wonderful opportunities down at the Graduate Student Village. And the most recent, of course, is our grains that have been collected that will be transitioned to Rhodey Outpost. And again, I can't stress enough, sustainable ministry that is established and given to other people to sustain is a beautiful way for God to be working in this world. That we are the change agents, so to speak. We are the first responders, so to speak, to whatever emergencies come along. And so we have, in the past, had a drive for a baby shower or baby things and furniture for somebody moving in from Egypt or whatever. I mean, we've done things, but Judy Betty needs a team to do this stuff with her. And Edith, who the manager is over there, just absolutely loves and adores us. And the nice thing here is that with the grains and as a result of the different things we have been doing, other churches now are coming to her saying, what can we do? And so there's this beautiful energy rising up because of our involvement over there. So, Graduate Student Village. Here's a big one. Signage for out in front of our building. My first dream probably won't happen, but I imagined, when we saw we have a flagpole that's buried over here someplace, and I thought, ooh, move that flagpole, which you can't do. But move that flagpole over to the corner there and have this big sign that says, welcome students, so that you're walking down from the Union and you see us. And it's like, who's that, or St. A's welcome students, or whatever. And attract attention to ourselves, so that people know we are here. I talked to one commuter student who had no idea that this was a church building, and she walked by it every day. She parked out front and walked by it every day, and just had no idea that we were here, or what we were, right? And Kinte is shaking his head. Do you have us on the tour, by the way?
No. We don't even come anywhere on this side of campus.
Yeah, that's too bad. Anyway, so signage for,
I was just going to say, that will change because apparently we are in the Pokemon game.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we're on Pokemon Go. So, anyway, this is a very important thing. We need to figure out signage. David and I were talking at lunch the other day about, the sign St. Augustine's gets lost. I mean, it really does, because I'm looking out there like faint gold on black with blue around it. I mean, it just doesn't jump out at you. And so even if we had 2 stakes in the ground and we had like a banner that you had made, Judy, for the yard sale, St. A's welcomes you, welcomes students, welcomes whatever. Feed a friend tonight. Rhodey Outpost open.
Well, I wonder if you could get some provided money and get some banners made, because that worked well, and that banner stayed up through a wind and rainstorm, actually.
Right. So I need a team who can address that issue, is what I'm looking for. Carol.
The other sign we need to replace is on the corner, the little Episcopal Church down here sign, the St. A's. Those are outdated now. Drive around and there are new, bright, really bright ones that churches are getting.
Okay.
That are, I don't know where to get them, but they look like they're stock. Jennifer's Church in Westwood has them.
Okay, Carolyn? Can it be used for signs?
Well, I used it for, I guess it depends how it's phrased. I used
It is.
for the signs for the yard sale.
But the yard sale made money, and we're not talking about a money-making thing, but Kelly Anderson from Thrivent has been in conversation with me about this, and she will work with us to come up with the words that we need. I think the first thing we have to, and I really wanted this to happen for move-in day, so we have just a little bit over a month. I don't know.
Well, if it's for the moving day, for the bag lunches, yes, and also if it's for Peter Pan, yes, because we're using it
Okay,
for.
so we need people to talk with me that would, definitely a coordinator and people who would be willing to work on this signage and increase our visibility.
One thing about the signage, when we did the windows, different individuals work out together and sponsor a window. Some of those signs we use Vistaprint are like under $50, and maybe there would be individuals in our church who say, I'll have a Peter Friend sign, and someone else would say, so that's another thing going into the discussion.
I think you would be great on that committee. Action team, I'm sorry, action team. It's coming around, it's coming around. Okay, landscape, we just talked about landscape. We need somebody to be overseeing landscaping and working with whoever it is that we get from the university. So, I don't think I have to say any more about that, but landscaping. Roy, I know that this is your, as junior warden, you're in charge for property, but I would like someone, like Susan Stover had worked on the windows for upstairs, I would like somebody to be working on windows for Canterbury Room, under your direction as junior warden, okay? Because, and I don't know if we do it the same way or if we try to figure out, is there a grant in the diocese for, not grant, is there a fund? Is there a Susan B. Hudson or somebody fund? Is there some place where we can get money for windows for downstairs? So, that is critical. I think that is a critical renovation piece for the building because those windows are not easy to open, they're dangerous, et cetera, et cetera. So if somebody is at all interested in windows, and by the way, Ann is filming all this and we're sending out this video to the whole parish. So for those of you who aren't here today and you're listening to this, we need somebody to do windows. Okay. Next one is painters. We need somebody to head up interior paint teams, and we can use Thrivent money. Kelly Anderson said we can use Thrivent money to buy paint, and we can have somebody buy paint for the interior and work with, I would love to have a student parish painting parties where we're going to give pizza, right? Food, Kente. Kente says, give them food, just give them food. And it's like, that's what we do. We give people food. So a, pizza and painting party with us and students. And there are ways to get in touch with the students to get the student help. I need the adults who would be willing to supervise, oversee, and work with students to do this kind of a project.
Is that in a certain month or?
It's whenever, no. We really can't touch the Canterbury Room, in my opinion, until the stairs are done, and that's been delayed now until like December break or something. But that doesn't, we have all the interior upstairs, we have the hospitality room, we have different areas, both interior and then exterior. So there are 2 painting teams that people could head up and help coordinate. Then, Thrivent information meeting. One of us who knows Thrivent to call and work with Kelly to come up with a time when they can come here and they bring food, right, Carol? Because you went to the one at the Lutheran Church? And Mary?
Yes.
Yeah. So I need somebody who would work with Kelly Anderson to organize getting Thrivent here so that we can get our $250 gift cards. Susan Carpenter at St. Thomas, Greenville, they get $10,000 from Thrivent cards for their ministries. $10,000 from parishioners doing these $250 cards. or $500. I mean, there are ways you can increase that, but for your average person, $250. And between Ann and I, we have 500, so that's 1,000 right there.
No, between you and I, we have 1,000.
Yeah, between the two of us, we have 1,000. So I mean, it's a fabulous opportunity. Here's another one, okay? This one, Racial Reconciliation Team. This was in response to my sermon from last week, and the fact that we want to be, and yesterday was another reinforcement. It's time to replace our words with action. And what are the things that we can do to help start changing the culture in this campus, in this congregation, and open our doors to more intentional ways of doing racial reconciliation. Ann and Carol are working on a committee on a diocesan level, and so they have volunteered to be the coordinators for St. A's. Like, what is it that we can do? Is it a book study? Is it an open conversation, inviting students and faculty here? What is it? But Carol and Ann will work with people who are interested in more active participation in racial reconciliation. So, I'm going to start over here. So back to the money topic again. We need people who are willing to work on grant writing and fundraising projects. So Giles is a grant writer. Wait, Giles. I'm so glad he's not here. I do that so often. Sorry, Dwight. And he said that he would be one of the coordinators if anybody else is interested in helping to identify other areas in the diocese or other fundraising projects other than the ones that I just identified.
And Richard Youngman should be on that, yeah.
Well, he can sign his name. Yeah, you're a coordinator because, okay. Child Development Center, they want to do a project with us. She said the kids love to collect food, so they could collect food with us for the Johnny Cake Center, or collect food with us for Rhodey Outpost, or collect coats for Mobile Loaves and Fishes in the winter, but they want to do a project with us. So who would like to work with Annie Kemmerer and Jessica, the Director of Child Development Center? That's another opportunity. Which way haven't we gone for? So, student focus groups. Kay, you're on now. If somebody wants to come and participate in the student focus groups and help, let's see. Dwight's going to do that, and Kinte's going to be with me, but if you're interested in talking with the students and exploring with them what's going on, then that's that opportunity. Nancy?
Can I ask you a question, because you've got an anniversary coming up in September?
Yes.
That's something that we can work with some of these, I don't know, if that's an opportunity for people to come back and visit us and spread the word.
Well, we have the dinner,
right,
which is
we've got
going to...
two things. That's Thursday night,
Yeah.
Bishop. Then there's Sunday, we're going to hopefully have one service.